About time you woke up. Anyway, figured I need to go ahead and tell you about something.
Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
Hello, welcome to a news video, and I'm gonna have to start talking about my news video. As a matter of fact, long-form news videos on the Gamer Man's Lounge is gonna be migrating into short-form content. So news videos are going to be shorter. They're going to focus on one story at a time, and that's what's going to happen. Now, this is due to complications that is unexpected, by the way. So, with that totally said, let's get right on going to a long-form news video. You can hear the lovely sounds of the traffic. Anyway, let's get started on our first news video. A controversial policy involving Android. Android has introduced a new policy for Android, one that is controversial and highly concerning to many users. Sideloading is not allowed unless you are sideloading an app by a verified developer. The announcement made at the official Android dev blog has stated that it's scheduled to roll out slowly next year. Brazil, Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand will get early access on September 2026, but in 2027, the policy goes into effect globally. To be honest with you here, while it did say, okay, you can still sideload, it just has to be from a verified developer. But this policy kind of says, like, if you ask what could go wrong, your mind is going to start racing a whole lot of times. To be honest with you here, I'm skeptical of this, and I can see where the controversy is coming from. I can see where the concern is coming from. And it could lead into dozens and dozens of shenanigans. And for some reason, it's crazy. But I will go ahead and say, next news story. Android handheld company AYN has launched their pre-order page for Thor at their official website. Their dual-screen Android handheld is budget-friendly at best. Just go max since you get 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of storage, all that on top of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor for the low price of below $500. The early birds spend $430, while the late ones can spend $460. It's quite a shocking price. Yes, I know, the AYN Thor is shockingly priced for a dual-screen Android device, especially compared to AYN's Pocket DS Android handhelds. Okay? Not the Windows handhelds, the Android handhelds. But it's pretty much budget-friendly at best. And if we want to talk about surprisingly priced, it's like surprisingly competitively priced. I mean, seriously. Oh yeah, the Odin 3 got revealed. Oh yeah, speaking of, let's talk about the Odin 3. Get ready for the price on the Odin 3. AYN, known for their Android handhelds, were teasing it, and now they finally revealed it. The AYN Odin 3 is revealed. It's their next numbered Android handheld as they count to 3. That's right, it's not this new refreshed model of the Odin 2, we're talking about number 3. You will be expecting a 120Hz Full HD 6-inch AMOLED screen, and as for the processors, we're looking at the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. There will be a Base, Pro, Max, and Ultra. Going Max is going to get you half a terabyte and 16 gigs of RAM. But as soon as you go Ultra, you're going to get a full terabyte and 24 gigabytes RAM. The Indiegogo page, where it might as well be a pre-order page for all we know, could launch pretty soon. Pricing is unknown as of now until that Indiegogo launches. The source of the news is through their official Discord server. The Indiegogo launched, and shipments are expected in November 2025. But get ready for the price of that Odin 3, okay? It ranges from, this is excluding the early bird discounts, $350 to $550, okay? And that's for going base and the Ultra, you'll be paying $550. Around, it's below $600. Actually, you're like $550. Or $550, let's go with that, $550. Now, if you want to go early on that Ultra, $520, and then $500. That's insane, okay? All right, that's like insane compared to AYN's subdivision, the Conquer Pocket Fit, because AYN has their subdivision called the Conquer, my bad. The Conquer is basically focused towards Android handhelds at an affordable price. So that's their affordability line with AYN. But then you go over to AYN, and then you look at the Ultra, you get 24 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage for $550. That's insane. Pretty insane. Alright, that's all for the news. And source links in the description. That said, that's all. I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.